almost there. Or I'm almost there. We've got Vault 29 Alpha is almost done. I got most of the ceiling tiles up. I've got one more track lighting to install on this side of the room, and then I got this one above me, and I got another one directly above the camera. So it's going to be pretty awesome. I got the server cabinet in place. This is my magical server cabinet. I've literally had this cabinet for almost 10 years. I got it out of a corporate auction from a company down in South Florida, and I've had it since. It's kind of been sitting in limbo. It's actually one of two. The other one is no longer with us. It's been lost to the ethos. But then I've got this is a 2-post network rack. I call it the network rack. It's really just a 2-post rack, and most of the time you put network stuff in this because you don't have, you can put half-depth servers in there, but usually you don't have the full functionality of a cabinet. I mean, cabinets have got 4 posts, so you can have big, long, full-size rack servers. This one here you can only do half-depth, but they're tiny little things. I do have lighting all up in the track and around the edges, and then I've got the track lighting back here. But I'm going to go into a much more detailed explanation of this in a video that kind of covers the entire project. I've got a lot of time-lapse photography that I did for this project. Not a lot of in-progress videos. Most of those in-progress videos are actually in the Qain's World videos, so I highly recommend going back and checking out those. And while you're checking out some of my other videos, check out the Qain's Train videos, which are, like I went to MomoCon a couple months back, and I just went to DreamHack and worked on their network team. It was a lot of fun right up until we lost our internet connection because of somebody with probably like a backhoe ripped up some fiber miles away from the location. It was a very sad moment when everybody's freaking out and you're going, what can we do? And the answer really is wait for the ISP to fix it, which can be a real, it hurts. It hurts a lot. No, we actually had two network segments while we were there, and we were able to switch over to the other one, make it all kind of function and work. It was just, a lot lower than the 10 gig circuit that we were operating on. Anyway, that being said, I'll get away from that. We'll talk more about what I'm doing here. The other side of this room is going to be my workspace, workstation, streaming area. So I'm going to be, you'll see me streaming more games or more, maybe some random projects where I'll be working on something. Maybe I'll be constructing or building or modifying a piece of hardware, and I'll probably just live stream that because it's easier for me to do that than to sit down and plan out the construction while also planning out how to record it. It's a pain in the ass to do all of that. I mean, it could, maybe I'll get somebody out here to help me stick it in my face and go, record you. I'm kind of rambling. I'm not sure exactly what I want to talk about other than just kind of an update where we're at. I'm hoping to have this done, well, I was hoping to have this done before DreamHack, but that didn't happen because of some very minor logistic issues when it came to some measurements and how things were attached. I have an air duct up here that's haphazardly attached to the top of the main ductwork, which is, I wish I could rip it out and fix it, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do short of ripping up the entire ceiling, and I'm like, I'll just fix what I'm doing. I mean, I ripped down the ceiling grid, but I mean, there's a soffit and there's a central piece that wraps the duct that I'd have to go and dig out, and not happening. So anyway, so I had to rearrange the ceiling. So this is still at the higher level, and then up here is actually at a lower level, back to where it originally was, so I can get the venting work to come into the ceiling tiles, where if I put it up any higher, it would have been a little bit of a complication because I can't move the duct the way I wanted to. So otherwise, I've got a lot of stuff planned. It requires this to be done. This is taking all of my waking hours to finish this project. I've got the door I still need to complete and hide, and I've got the workspace lights still need to be installed. I've got a couple of ceiling tiles that I have to cut some really weird shapes out of to fit them into place, and then I gotta, well, Once the tiles are up, I can move them off of the floor, put this over into place, pull that bookcase out of there, and then I've got a 10-foot ladder rack that I'm going to be running from the top of this, over the top of this, into the wall. I'm going to get an angle bracket and just mount it there. So that'll be pretty awesome once that's in place. Then I can run main network stack's going to go in here. This is, I call it the network rack, but it's more of I'll probably make this like my test bench for either networking equipment or half-depth servers or a few other bits and pieces that I can put onto this. Maybe I'll put a shelf on here and set up some servers and turn this into like some kind of test rack. It'll be awesome. Maybe we'll call it the test rack. And then over here, we're going to have main network stack. Again, like I said, I'll dig into exactly what's all in there at another time. I've got a bigger, longer video. I know this is probably getting too long anyway. So bottom line is that this is almost done. And I got a laundry list of things that I have been outlining in my random moments, both either in my head or that I've been writing it all out. I've got a couple of old videos that I had lots of footage of, but it didn't quite fit itself together. So I'm going to, once I get all of this done and I can pull them out, we're going to go through some of that old footage, and then I'm going to go through what I currently have and build upon it so we can actually make a cohesive explanation of what was done and why. Then I've got some other ideas, like I've got a lot of Magic cards that I've collected over the years, and it's something that I've been thinking about either live streaming some like live action games via remote, so I have somebody else elsewhere with a camera and we're going to just play the game. So that's a thought. I've also got some projects that I'm working on or that I need to finish or that I need to start. I've got some other outlines that I've written up for videos, everything from some networking related stuff to some server related stuff to some other hardware related stuff. And then as this lots of stuff. Anyway, I'm running out of thoughts and mind here. It's kind of late. It's a little warm in here because I don't have a lot of airflow at the moment because I have everything turned off because I've been constructing stuff. But anyway, like I said, check out the other Qain's World videos. It'll cover most of what I've been doing here, little bits and pieces, little snags that I've ran into. I think they're fun. That's why I make them. Just check those out. Also check out the Qain Train videos, which are where I travel to an event and I document what's going on. They haven't been too cohesive just yet because the last two events I've actually been working at. Momogon, I was working at a booth, and then at DreamHack, I was working at the network stack. The next one I'm going to will not have that limitation, so I'm going to have a lot more time to stick the camera in people's faces and see what's going on. It'll be pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about it. Also, check out dermalarmor.com. I know I've only got 2 shirts there. One's the Qain Train, the other one's I call it number 4, but it's an ASCII art. So just check that out. Also, qainsworld.com is still under construction, so if that is something that you're hoping to see, hopefully when I get all of this done, it'll be the next thing on my list of major projects to finish up. On that note, I think I'm done. So, catch you guys next time.